Artificial intelligence, abbreviated as AI, counterfeits the center of God's plan. AI powers many technology-driven industries, such as healthcare, finance, transportation, supremacy in the military, and much more. In this video we will present on how Satan counterfeits the witnessing between YAHUAH Heavenly Father, and YAHUSHA His only begotten Son, through AI and COVID-19, that both contained in figure this 19, which duplicates in figure the same 19 as the witnessing between God and Lamb, the center of God's plan. On the other side of the great controversy, we will present what is meant by the center of God's plan, as manifest in figure through this 19, as the witnessing between God and Lamb, and its connection to this coming spiritual revival and economic prosperity in the East, from where the glory of Revelation 18:1 message have arise. Until the fullness of the redemption plan, when the center of God's plan, have finally reached its fulfillment during Christ's final coronation. We'll start with health care by WHO. During COVID-19 that became pandemic last 2020, the start of the time of trouble, during the 180 years period that cover the sealing message of the last days, the fulfillment of Ellen G. White's 1848 Dorchester Visions seal of the living God, Revelation 7:2-3, that arise from the East. From COVID-19, we could see in figure this 19, that counterfeits the witnessing between God and Lamb. Are you worried about what COVID-19 and its vaccines really did to our lives? Stick around as we break down the latest survey results. No hype, just facts. Let's dive right in. According to a 2024 global survey published by The Lancet, over 70% of respondents say the pandemic has had a lasting impact on their mental health. Anxiety, depression, and chronic stress rates have all spiked, especially among young adults and parents juggling work from home with homeschooling. It doesn't stop there. The same survey reports a significant economic toll. Nearly half of working-age adults faced job loss or reduced hours during peak lockdowns, and small business closures soared. Even now, 4 in 10 people say they're still struggling financially. On the vaccine front, over 90% of survey participants experienced mild, short-term side effects, think sore arms, fatigue, maybe a fever. But it's important to know in rare cases, there have been reports of more serious health events. Myocarditis and pericarditis, heart inflammations, were recorded mainly in young males after mRNA vaccines, while thrombotic, or blood clotting, events were observed in many cases. These reactions are common, and most people recover slightly, but they're still being closely monitored worldwide. So, what's the big picture? COVID-19 and its vaccines reshaped our health, our finances, and our well-being. The vast majority experienced mild vaccine effects, but the pandemic's mental health and economic aftershocks are real, and still unfolding. Stay informed, reach out if you're struggling, and remember you're not alone on this journey. After COVID-19, we now proceed to AI, and its imminent takeover is really fast approaching. As we can see, both AI takeover and COVID-19 are the devil's plan to suppress humanity, which counterfeits the witnessing between God, YAHUAH Heavenly Father, and Lamb, His only begotten Son YAHUSHA, that was manifest in figure through this 19, as the witnessing between the two, the center of God's plan between God and Lamb. AI takeover is fast approaching, when artificial intelligence will emerge as dominant form of intelligence on Earth, like AI-enabled drones, and AI robots in the military, and in factories to replace human workforce. Why do 80% of leading militaries now invest in artificial intelligence? Because AI is completely transforming how wars are planned and fought. From drones that navigate hostile territory on their own, to cyber defenses that can spot threats in seconds, AI is revolutionizing warfare. Military leaders now use AI for everything, analyzing satellite images faster than any human, predicting enemy moves, even coordinating complex missions across air, land, and sea. But it's not just about technology. AI-driven decisions mean fewer boots on the ground and more precise operations, saving lives on all sides. At the same time, a digital arms race is heating up, as nations rush to develop smarter, faster AI systems. The future of defense. It's not just about who has the biggest army. It's about who has the smartest code. As AI transforms global strategies, one thing's clear. The next frontier of warfare will be won by brains, not just brawn. And how about the center of God's plan, in disclosing to us the objective of the redemption plan, as manifest in figure, this 19, as the witnessing between the Heavenly Father YAHUAH, and His only begotten Son YAHUSHA? And also, How the fourth angel's message, Revelation 18:1, whose glory arise from the east, Philippines, that proclaim the second message of the gospel, the arrival of both Christ's second coming, and Christ's third coming during Christ's final coronation, will prove to us that it follows exactly the witnessing between YAHUAH and YAHUSHA, that was manifest in figure this 19, as the center of God's plan. From the chapter and verse of Revelation 18:1. We have 18 plus 1, wherein this 1 refers to the one lost sheep that has been found, and added to the heavenly kingdom, representing the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb, Revelation 14:4. This one lost sheep from the parable of the lost sheep, is the objective of the redemption plan. Thus we have, 18 plus 1 equals 19, as manifest in figure, the same 19, as the center of God's plan, multiplied by its 12 foundations, Revelation 21:14. We have 19 times 12, equals 228, as code under the words, parable of the lost sheep, the main objective of the redemption plan, as disclosed by the witnessing between the Heavenly Father YAHUAH, and His only begotten Son YAHUSHA. The witnessing between YAHUAH and YAHUSHA, that was manifest in figure this 19, as the center of God's plan, gave a thus saith the Lord authority, and truth of God's revelation to the two olive trees, to interpret and symbol from the oracles of God as the medium of prophecy under Revelation 18:1 message from the east, to prophesy through historicism on chart what is meant by the parable of the lost sheep, as the objective of the redemption plan. Note. The witnessing between YAHUAH and YAHUSHA, that was manifest in figure this 19, as the center of God's plan, pinned on chart the 19 heavens weeks period, as the link in between the year of Christ's second coming by year 2028 end, and the year of Christ's third coming by year 3036 during Christ's final coronation, to receive fullness of divine power, Colossians 2:9, upon receiving his ninth crown to become the last 46th antitypical king of Israel, towards the closing ceremony of the Feast of Tabernacles, to be held inside the Holy City Third Temple antitype at the end of the millennium, as scheduled in advance in Karaite Jewish calendar, as God's own calendar. Compare to the sanctuary map, the fixed year location of the end of investigative judgment, followed by the heavenly sign of the prophet Jonah's 72 heavens hours, equivalent to 24 years before Christ's second coming by year 2028 end, and also the end of scapegoat antitype ceremony by year 2034. See also chart 47 on the three phases of God's final judgment, namely investigative judgment, millennial judgment, and executive judgment, also known as the final judgment. The future of God's plan at the fullness of the redemption plan, when the one lost sheep has been added to the heavenly kingdom, as the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb, Revelation 14:4, who will receive their crowns following King Yahusha's final coronation inside the holy city, at the end of the millennium. The sum of the powers in the heavenly kingdom having 72-letter name of the one only true God, as manifest in YAHUAH, Tetragrammaton. See chart 56I below. Last but not the least, the witnessing between YAHUAH and YAHUSHA, that was manifest in figure this 19, as the center of God's plan, also locates in history, this coming spiritual revival, and economic prosperity, that will arise in the East, Philippines, from where the glory of the fourth angel's message Revelation 18:1 arise.
Kindly please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. God bless us all.